Hello, and welcome to World Civilization 2. I am here to demonstrate your global article. So there's two ways you can do your global article. You could just type it, and I've made a discussion thread. So I'd like for you to copy and paste it there so you can share with the whole class, because what we do in a face-to-face class is we share what we are reading about, and it's super interesting and adds to discussion of class. And the whole point of doing a global article is to marry the past with the present. So we're reading a global article, any article from an academic source that could be, like a National Geographic magazine online, or a newspaper, or there's all different sources you can get. And we've talked about academic sources, but we'll talk more about them next week. So this global article is a current event. Make sure it's something current, and I want you to share it. Now you have two options. You can share it in a video or in written form, and it's super easy. You can pick any article, anything in the world, anything that you love. I picked safaris because I've always wanted to go on a safari. You could do fashion, you could do sports, you could do baseball in Japan. You could do anything you wanted. It just has to be a current event and something that you're interested in. So here's a template that I have provided for you. You don't have to fill it out. It just gives you a guideline. It's up to you. So you need to put your name. This is global article number 1. And you choose any article that is about any other country except the US, because we want to look outside the US and not have it about the United States, because we're learning about the world. Look at an academic source, read the article in its entirety, and then fill out the following. The title of the article, you know what this looks like. It's listed in your materials. The title, the author, where you found it, and past and present country. And what I mean about that is if you read an article about Iran, it would be ancient Persia, would be the past country. If you read an article about Iraq, it would be ancient Babylon. So today I did find an ancient kingdom that was connected with my article. You won't always, but if you can, it would be good, because you're trying to, link the past and the present. And so then you're going to write a summary about what the article said, just what's the article about. And then you're going to write a reflection about how you felt about it. Did you like it? Did you learn something? Were you surprised about something? Did you learn something that you didn't know? So here's mine. It's a very short article, and that's okay. I just want to make sure this is really the one that I saw that was the best for me. It is a New York Times article, How to Plan an African Safari. So I read it in its entirety. The title is How to Plan an African Safari, and it is by Shavana Vora. And then I'm just going to give you a summary. They interviewed a woman who is the founder of a luxury travel company called Indigar. Her name is Melissa Biggs Bradley, and she's been on a safari 15 times. Wow. She says, the bigger the group, the longer you need to plan. So if it's a small group, it won't matter if you plan. You can plan not too far in advance. If you're traveling with children, keep in mind that they don't allow people under 12. I didn't, so I would put that in my summary. Children under 12 can't go. Consider your budget. You can go on a week-long safari, inclusive of accommodations, meals, and internal flights, for $2,000 a person, or for upward of $20,000 a person. This woman, Ms. Biggs Bradley, said that Zimbabwe, Africa, South Africa, and Namibia offer the best value for the money, while Zambia and Botswana are a little pricier. She recommends that you don't that you don't stay in super nice camping facilities, because then you don't get the full experience. So she says bare bone camp, you know, you can go from bare bones camps with bucket showers to lodging that has air conditioning rooms. Regardless of the budget, she says a simple camp is best. So you want the ultimate sense of being in the bush and hear the noises of the animals that you wouldn't be able to hear if you're in a fancy room with an air conditioning on. You can be active or you can not be active. There might be evening game drives, activities in between. You can walk on the safari, horseback ride, mountain biking, even whitewater rafting on the safari. And if you even have wheelchairs, they can accommodate them in Botswana, South Africa, and Tanzania. Have special camp vehicles for those. Also, you need to ask yourself what wildlife you're interested in. Lions, elephants, zebras, giraffes need. You just need to go to Tanzania and Botswana. If you want to see a glimpse of a rhino, you need to go to Namibia, Zambia, or Botswana. And Uganda and Rwanda are the destinations to see gorillas. Okay, so all you needed there is one paragraph. I said a whole lot more. But all you need is one paragraph of a summary, 3 to 5 sentences, and then a 3 to 5 sentence reflection. All right? So the first thing I did was I found out that I told you the different countries that the safari was, you could go on safari. But Zimbabwe, it actually was a very large kingdom of Zimbabwe in ancient times. And it was a thriving kingdom in Africa. All right. I also wanted to show you on the map, and I would like for you to try and find, you know, where you're reading about if you don't know where it is on the map. So we have South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Tanzania, and here's where the gorillas are. So basically it's in, you know, Southern Africa with a little bit in the middle as well. Okay. So my reflection is, I didn't know that there were different kinds of camp facilities. I mean, I figured there'd be some glamping, which is that glamour camping where it's kind of dressed up. I was surprised that the woman who is a travel agent in charge of safaris and been 15 times, that she says go to a simple camp so that you can really see and experience the safari. I was really surprised that kids under 12 aren't allowed, and I have an 11-year-old, so we couldn't go just yet if I was going to bring him. And I couldn't believe that you could walk, ride a horse, mountain bike, or whitewater raft. I thought that would be far too dangerous. You know, I've always seen the, you know, super big Jeeps or different vehicles that people have been in. So that really surprised me, and I was really excited that it's from $2,000 to $20,000. You know, that seems a lot more reasonable. Okay, so that's how you do your global article. And hopefully that helps. And I hope more of you pick the video so we can get a chance to hear from you verbally as well as in written form. Thanks very much.